come here unannounced on the day my daughter is to be married?
Well, actually, we were brought here against our will, so the point is, I did not know that it was your car, and I certainly did not know about your daughter's wedding.
I trusted you, Nikki. I welcomed you into my home. We broke bread together. Grandmama made you cannoli. And how did you repay my generosity? With a rug made from the butt of a skunk. A skunk butt rug. You disrespected me. You disrespected my grandmama, who I buried in that skunk butt rug. I told you never to show your face here again, but here you are, snooping around with this. What are you, a performer? What's with the costume?
Sir, I am a mime. She is a mime. She cannot speak. You can't speak if you're a mime. No, I'm a cop, and I'm on the Emmett Otterton case, and my evidence puts him in your car. So intimidate me all you want. I'm gonna find out what you did to that otter if it's the last thing I do.
Then I only have one request. Say hello to Grandmama. Isom.
Whoa. I didn't see nothing. I'm not saying nothing.
And you never will.
Please, put me down. No. If you're mad about the rug, I've got more rugs.
Oh, Daddy! What did we say? No icing anyone at my wedding!
I have to, baby. Daddy has to. Isom.
No.
Wait! She's the bunny that saved my life yesterday from the giant donut!
This bunny?
Yeah!
Hi. I love your dress.
Aw, thank you.
Put him down. You have done me a great service. I will help you find the otter. I will take your kindness and pay it forward.
Oh, it's a good one.
Great movie.
It's funny because I thought at first you were actually quoting The Godfather, because I've only seen it once.
Like,
I've seen it once.
Gosh.
And so I'm like, oh, okay.
Destroying The Godfather.
And then I heard the skunk butt rug. I'm like, oh yeah, never mind. That is a quote line from Zootopia. Amazing.
A quote line?
A quote line. Amazing film. I love Zootopia. And I especially love that scene. The daughter makes it. She's so funny. The giant donut! Well, everyone, welcome back to yet another episode of Bump That. We missed you guys so much last week. I don't remember what was going on, but we had a break and we're back. So thank you guys for sticking around. If you're watching this episode, you know we missed you. You know how much we like you. But if you are not a sibling, that means you're not subscribed, which you should subscribe so you can become a sibling. But if this is your first time here and you don't know who we are, we've got Brian in this corner.
Hey, little toot toot.
We've got KT in this corner.
Hi. Nick.
Oh, the sloth.
Yeah.
I can't remember what his name is.
Flash. 100-yard dash.
Hey, Rebecca. And he tells the joke. Anyways, and I am your host, Ileana, and we are siblings who have a love for nerdy things, video games, movies, all of that sort, and decided to share it on the internet with you people, and here you are listening. So, welcome. Like I said in the intro before, if you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and become a sibling. Join the family. We're having good times here. And also, if you like our episode, leave a like. And maybe comment down below your thoughts about this week's episode. I don't know. It sounds good to me. I don't know about you guys, but it sounds good to me.
Giant donut!
Anyways, we've got Brian. Brian has a super secret surprise game, an SSS game for us in the trunk.
Ooh. Triple S.
Ooh. Game for us in the chunk. But before that, we will go ahead and get into the news segment. So, Powerpuff Girls getting a third reboot. And Foster's Home for Imaginary Creatures?
What is it? Foster's Home for Imaginary what? What is it?
Friends.
Friends.
So they're also
Creatures,
getting a reboot.
friends. They're creatures that are
They
friends.
are
Friends
they
that
are creatures, but they're the friends. I'm not excited though about the reboot for Powerpuff Girls.
So Craig McCracken, the original creator of Powerpuff Girls and Foster's Home, he's back with more. I feel like Powerpuff Girls, the animated show, just got rebooted like maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And so, but whatever happened to the live action show, the train wreck that was, right? We've talked about on this show that they've been trying to get that pilot off the board for like years, at least a couple years, and it's just been a failure. But they're gonna try
The girls that are the actresses are going to turn into like legit women, and it's not gonna look good anymore.
Well, they were legit women. They were like 30 years old anyway.
Well, now they're gonna be in their 50s by the time it gets rebooted.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna go from Powerpuff Girls to Powerpuff 401k.
Yeah.
Medicaid.
Yeah.
Oh.
But Craig McCracken's returning for more episodes of the Powerpuff Girls, Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup for the forces of evil. So they're gonna come back, fight some more Mojo Jojo.
Did Craig McCracken also do Foster's?
Yes.
Okay, so that one sounds interesting. I could be fan of that.
Yeah, we'll see how they met.
They just have to treat it right. They just have to treat it right, because the Powerpuff Girls reboot that they did last time, could you even call it a reboot? It was like, speaking of train wrecks,
The animation style looked really wonky, and
it was bad.
I gotta just say, Blossom's bow, and that's it. Blossom's bow.
Really? I didn't see any of the reboots, but really, to hear that sounds horrible.
It
was awful.
They focused a lot of them like being in school, and I didn't watch most of it, but it seemed like from clips that I saw, it really focused on them being in elementary school, and it just didn't. They also had that teenage reboot. I don't remember what the heck that was.
Teenage reboot. Yeah. What the heck
didn't see
is that?
when they were teenagers. That didn't last very long. But
get out of here.
It's like leave the franchise alone, or use the source material respectfully.
Make it as violent as 90s, riffing as best you can. You got to get those awesome voice actresses back there again. But, I mean, the show was very in your face. I remember originally it was called the Whoop A Girls, Do you guys know? Yeah.
Well,
hey,
do you guys
I
remember
told you that a couple weeks ago.
Well, do you remember the episode where the girls are getting, like, bubble gum or something from the mayor, and they, like, beat the crap out of Mojo? That episode was like, this is bad.
They don't hold punches in that show. They punch until people are like,
like shaking on the ground. Their teeth are like in a puddle of blood next to their mouth.
Mojo's brains are coming out of his helmet.
Yeah. And it's like, you could say that in joke, but those things actually happened.
Like now, how do they do him now?
Hi, Powerpuff.
Can you do him now in this politically charged climate?
I think so. He's definitely making his orientation known by calling himself him. So,
And honestly, for the LGBT plus community, they absolutely love him. So
really, I did not know that.
They do love him. I actually had a friend who is in that community, cosplay as him.
Oh, and interesting.
Like that whole community is like him. So
I just remember like back then, like her mother was like, I don't like that guy.
I'm not surprised.
I'm like, but that was cool because him was like a scary villain, just really twisted.
Now that should be
especially for a kid show.
That should be an episode, a podcast episode where we rank the villains of that show, because there are so many good ones.
There were some good ones.
There were a lot.
Except you amoeba boys. We're not...
Well, poor amoeba boys.
They tried so hard, but they were not good villains.
No.
They actually saved the day one day.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
They were like, what are we going to do today? I don't know. Let's try to do something really bad. I don't know. Yeah.
No, that would be a fun episode, I think. I would like that. But you know who saved the day? Not Thor. Thor 4,
Oh.
I did not hear good things about.
So
Love and
I
Thunder.
saw it this past weekend. You know, so out of all the MCU films, this is definitely at the bottom. You know, it's definitely not as good as Ragnarok. Is just blows you away with how funny and off kilter it is.
Which is
Well,
strange
this-
because it's the same director, correct?
Yeah, same director, Taika Waititi, excuse me, returning to direct. I mean, the movie has its positives, but I feel like it's one of those films that's completely meh in the MCU. It's the same formula, the same plot line over and over, you know. Natalie Portman is in it, and she's terrific. She's excellent in the film. Christian Bale is an excellent villain. But, and, I mean, Chris Hemsworth, I mean, I'll give him credit. He's super funny and talented and great and super buff. But, and the story is just lacking. I don't know if they've done everything they can do with Thor, unless they want to push him to the edge like they did Captain America and Iron Man, something like that. I don't know.
Kill him off somehow.
I don't know. I feel like they've done everything they can with the character. I've seen enough. I mean,
Loki
I'll
in
watch
it?
another Thor. No, Loki is just in Loki world.
Oh,
so.
okay.
But I mean, I don't know. It wasn't like, oh, I gotta see this movie again. This was amazing. Sure, it has some funny parts, but it's just. I saw it one time and I'm good, man. I'm good. You know.
That's unfortunate because Ragnarok was amazing, and so for the same director to produce another Thor movie and it kind of flopped.
And I think I know it's like the stakes are high. Like, oh yes, if we don't stop the villain, it's the end of the universe as we know it, or everything. But it just the stakes didn't feel that high. It just wasn't like when you watch Ragnarok. You know, he's fighting against his whole world being destroyed. You know, and then Ragnarok leads right into Infinity War and Endgame.
Well,
so
you
there's
also see
that
like
whole
the
big.
power of his sister through like she destroyed his hammer like at the very beginning of the movie. So you're like, okay, she's a threat to be reckoned with.
So they try to make it, you know, like a romantic comedy, but as far as romantic comedies go, it was very fine, but it still just didn't have like there wasn't enough pressure like where Thor is like, you know, we didn't discover anything new about him. He's a nice guy. He's super cool. He's fun. He's buff. You know.
Did you hear about the controversy going around about this movie lacking a trigger warning?
What kind
It's,
of trigger warning?
So
Like for what?
For an illness.
What?
What?
That there's an illness in the film and people were getting upset that there was not a trigger warning saying
What?
Yeah, I'm not joking. That this
Is this one of those things? Is this one of those things where 5 people were offended and it just
It blew up,
becomes
probably.
astronomical?
So wait a minute, you're telling me just because one character has
an
illness which has real life ramifications for a lot of people across the world.
Yes.
A lot of people suffer from this. Like they gotta put a sign up before you go to the theater, like just how they do with like this film may cause epilepsy because there's flashing, and if you have
they wanted some trigger warning stating there are depictions of frailness, illness.
Are you kidding me?
Give me a break.
I'm not even
Give me a break.
joking.
You can't.
I don't
what?
even
You
want to.
can't
I don't
even
want to
watch.
entertain that.
You can't
It's
even watch
pathetic.
network TV then, because you
It's
can't watch
pathetic.
ER. You can't watch Grey's Anatomy. You can't watch anything.
And it's
That's
a plot
all-
point.
Yeah, come on. You know, if Seriously? Are you living under a rock? That's like going to like a Holocaust movie and saying, "Oh, you're not going to see some skinny kids in this movie," you know?
Yeah.
Cannot believe that there was no warning about the skinny, hungry children in this film. You know?
I'm not even going to entertain that.
It's honestly
ridiculous.
very pathetic, and people need to grow a pair, you know?
No, get them out of here. I don't want to see them again.
There were rumors of people walking out of the theater when
Let
that
them.
happened. I'm not joking. This is
No,
what was being reported.
I'm not joking either. Let them walk out. They already paid for their ticket, and and if they don't want to enjoy life, then okay, bye.
How can they enjoy life when there's illness and they're not being warned about it?
Hey, you know what? I'm going to go into this cookie store, this bakery. Let me try this cookie. Man, nobody warned me that these cookies would be full of sugar and sweetness. Oh my gosh.
Or that just reminded me, like Toy Story 3, when Bonnie is playing bakery and there were like ghosts in the bakery. No one told me this movie had witchcraft.
Oh my god.
Ghosts in the bakery?
We need a
What are you
trigger warning
teaching my
for every
children?
single thing now. There can be no surprises. There can be no plot twists or anything. In Frozen, you need a trigger warning for abusive relationships.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's the whole plot point, people.
That's like going, like Katie's reference, like you go to the little kid, how dare you talk about ghosts? Do you know what you're inviting into your life? You're inviting evil. You know, Mom, this lady. No, you listen to me, little girl.
Whoa.
You know,
And
the very foundations of the earth are at stake.
so that reminds me, and I'll be short about this. When we were growing up, we were living in the era of like way back in the day, you had what was it? Everybody's Afraid of Dungeons and Dragons. The Satan
Yes.
Sphere or whatever.
We'll get to that.
So,
We'll talk about that. We'll talk
Yes.
about that in a little bit here.
But when I was growing up, I remember so vividly, I just wanted to play Pokemon, but I wasn't allowed to. And I remember someone at church, like I was in her class, and she's like, and Pokemon is short for pocket monsters, and monsters are not of this world. It is satanic.
my
And I'm like, are you kidding me? Really? I mean, that happened to me. Same thing.
I
So
need a
didn't enjoy
trigger
Pokemon
warning
till
on
later.
my Pokemon games. There are
Yep.
depictions of monsters that are fighting each other.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, no, I'm sick of that.
Have mercy.
Have mercy on our souls. What is coming up soon, which I'm actually very excited for. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters, but maybe I'll see it when it comes out on streaming service, just because movies are expensive, man. But the Hunger Games prequel, Peter Dinklage joins the crew.
Yeah, so in fact, when I was watching Thor, they even had like a little teaser trailer for the new Hunger Games film prequel. So yeah, Peter Dinklage is going to be coming into the film. I think, according to the notes that I read, he's going to be the guy that actually came up with the idea to have kids be put into the arena to kill each other, tributes, and all that.
Trigger warning.
We are about to die.
Yeah.
Salute you.
Jeez.
You know. So yeah, good old Pete Dinklage. Yeah, he's awesome. Anything he does is good. So
I wonder if he'll be like someone in the Capitol or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
'Cause he
Since
seems
they're the
like-
ones that come up with the games.
Yeah, he seems like he would be a really interesting character to be a Capitol person. I don't know.
yeah.
They dress him up kind of fun and wacky.
No, I think he's gonna be more serious, and I mean Pete Dinklage is tough, man.
Well, he is, but like they make them all glittery and like pretty, but they're still like menacing, you know.
He'll be like Lenny Kravitz.
No, but he won't, because do you remember Donald Sutherland's character Snow? This is
Yeah.
when he's young Snow. He wasn't all like frou and everything. So
Neither
he's gonna...
was oh my gosh, his name is blanking now. The poor man who died. in real life. He ran the games in third.
Oh, yeah.
No, the second one.
Phil
Philip
Seymour
Seymour.
Hoffman.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
He wasn't super frou-frou either. So
And that's
Well,
I
neither
think
was
that's
Lenny
kind of
Kravitz.
Yes, he was, man. He had like
Lenny
gold
Kravitz?
eyeliner.
He did have
He had
gold
gold eyeliner on,
Yeah,
bro.
And
so
had
he
an
wore all black
earring.
leather. Oh, good grief. Trigger warning, he had an earring.
Frou-frou.
Oh, no.
No, I'm
Oh.
excited. So he's joining
Yeah.
Tom Blythe and Rachel Ziegler.
Ziegler. Yeah, Rachel
Ziegler.
Ziegler was the cat. She's the young lady who's the new Batgirl, and she was in West Side Story. So her career is really,
Taking
lighting
off.
it up. And then this kid, Tom Blythe, is going to be Coriolanus Snow, President Snow, as a young man. I don't know of any of the stuff that Tom Blythe has done, but Blythe. So I don't know. Maybe with Pink Dinklage joining the cast, this makes the film a lot more serious and recognizable. So yeah,
I'm
I'll
looking
check it
forward
out.
to it. Now, the next thing on the list is, I don't know if I should be looking forward to this, live-action Barney the Dinosaur film in early development.
Yes. Yes.
Live-action Barney
Yes.
the Dinosaur.
Barney is the one that's going to unite the country. Our country is going through a tough time right now. He's the answer to unite us all, to get us back on track.
Oh my gosh. Trigger warning, there is a purple dinosaur.
Purple. That color means something.
So Daniel Kaluuya, who you may have seen from Get Out and the upcoming Nope, the Jordan Peele
Wait,
film.
so is this going to be like a horror film or something?
No, it's just Daniel Kaluuya's the guy that's heading it up, producing it, and
Oh.
developing the Barney the Dinosaur film. I don't know if it's going to be based off of like, hey kids, we're at school. Oh, look at this dinosaur. Whoa, the stuffed animal came to life. Woohoo, hi boys and girls.
Oh my gosh, he's turning into Godzilla. Yeah, we gotta put him down. Come on, guys.
What is he, a dog?
No, he's taking over the lunchroom. No, don't listen. Cover your ears. No, Billy.
Your ears start
Billy, no.
bleeding as soon as you sing.
Timmy Tantrum, don't. I'm Barney now. Here comes Baby Bop. No, Baby Bop, no.
Well, did
No.
you, speaking of, like, making it a horror, did you guys see that I don't know if this is true, but
It is true. I know exactly what you're going to say.
You talking about Winnie the Pooh?
Is that,
Winnie
is
the
that
Pooh
a real
thing?
thing?
Yeah, that's a real thing.
It is real. It is real because he is now public domain.
No way.
Yes.
I think in some stills I've seen, Winnie the Pooh and Piglet kill Eeyore or something. And
Oh my gosh.
It's called Winnie the Pooh and Blood. It's called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm all there. I'm going to see that. Oh, Piglet, can you help me maim this
bother.
donkey? Eeyore, I've had enough of you.
It's honestly really horrifying looking.
I've had enough of your crap, Eeyore.
Piglet is scary too, and you're like, and doesn't Wesley love Piglet?
Yes, he's got, at work, he's got a Piglet plushie. He's got 2 Piglet plushies, actually.
That's gonna be so sad to see, like, oink, oink, and then maybe, like, some curse words, and then, like, some blood slashing or
Yes.
something. It's like, ah!
Keep oinking, little piggy.
Ooh, that's scary,
Rabbit,
man.
Rabbit, you're next. I've had
can't-
enough of your crap.
I'll have to watch that at, like, broad daylight if I even entertain it. I don't know. I don't really do
I
scary
will.
movies
I'm
well.
all there.
I do
I'm all
not
there.
handle scary movies. I can't do them. So if Barney the Dinosaur is become a horror film and Winnie the Pooh, what's next? What is next? Bear in the Big Blue House, and it's actually like, Bear in the Big
Bear in the
Scary-
Haunted House.
Neck creaking to the side or something
Yeah.
like that.
Or no, what is it? Dragon Tales.
Oh my gosh. No, man, I can't. Why are they taking? I guess it's like all these millennials that grew up
They're
watching
not.
these shows.
Barney is not going to be a horror movie. It's
Watch
going to be
it
a
is!
regular standard film.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure? There's gonna be
Just
some...
because.
I get
I'm
trigger
thinking-
warning if there's a twist.
I'm thinking that it's actually going to be more like the Dora movie, where
Aw, that'd be cute.
it was targeted, at kids. It was made really cheesy. I think that it'll be like that.
No, make a live action Maggie and the Ferocious Beast.
I'm there.
Try to
I'm
render
there.
that creature to look like
Yes.
Appa in
Ew.
in 2008's Avatar: Last Airbender.
Ew.
Ugh. Yeah.
And then Daniel Kaluuya can be seen in Jordan Peele's Nope opening up this weekend to very rave
I heard-
reviews.
I heard the reviews were mixed, actually. That it
Reviews
was
I've seen
slow-
were like, it's really good. So
I heard it was slow and repetitive.
I don't know.
Aw.
The films I've seen of Jordan Peele have been excellent so far. Us is
Yeah,
one of my
I hope
favorite
it-
films.
I hope it does
So-
well. I was thinking, it comes out this weekend, or I think it's playing right now. Marcel with the shoes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw a trailer
Yeah.
for that today. It's out now.
We should go see that on Friday, Ileana.
Ooh.
What? I want to see Marcel with the shoes.
Play back to when Ileana was like, "I'm gonna be there. Bump that is there," and now I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
Yeah. I might go see it. No guarantee. Don't hold us to that though.
Yeah, I think I might wait on some reviews to see
Bump
if it's
that
actually
maybe might be.
good. Might be.
We're slipping in quality now.
Oh no! Bump that's always supposed to be there. But speaking of Bump that being there, Katie saw Elvis and you both saw Top Gun, right? Katie, you saw Top Gun.
I
did.
did not see Top Gun.
Well, Brian saw it. So Elvis now breaks 100 million in the box office. Top Gun 2 becomes one of the biggest films of all time. Who saw this coming? Did anybody predict this?
I'm blown away. I'm like, Top Gun 2 was a great movie. It was solid, probably the best movie I've seen of the year. But I had no idea that it would be doing this kind of business at all, especially since Tom Cruise for a while was kind of vilified for his life choices, his religion, and all that, his shenanigans. But I mean, the film, I think it speaks for itself. It's a really well-made film, but it's made more money than like Titanic, so.
That really more money than Titanic.
Yes.
What is it competing up against money wise now? Do you know? Like where is it on the charts?
It's up there. I mean, it's like, I think it's top 5 all domestic.
Really? Like with
Yes.
Avatar or something like that?
No, Avatar. It would have to go a long way to beat Avatar.
Or the Star Wars. What was that one? The first one.
Force Awakens.
Yes.
I think Top Gun 2 broken the 600 million. Force Awakens did over 700 million easy, and then Avatar did over $1 billion
Oh my gosh.
domestic. So
That's insane. Well, good for them. I'm glad that they're, holding on strong, that people, it's a really well-received film. So, they're making money.
every week it's making at least 15 to 20 million.
Yeah.
And it's almost been out over 2 months now. So
That's incredible.
the staying power of that film is really good.
Well, Bump that didn't see it coming, but they are sure proud of Top Gun.
Yes.
Well, another thing I'm proud of is Stranger Things Season 4. They did it.
Oh
That was
my
a great season.
gosh, what a show. I was so Here's the thing. The final episode of the show was the best. It was excellent. What a finale. It's one of those things now where I realize, and we'll talk about this with Obi-Wan too, that like the final episode of these shows is where they stick the landing, because there's a lot of filler. There is a ton of filler in these shows. And I even like in Obi-Wan, I heard there's a cut now where you can watch the whole show in like 2.5 hours, and it just cuts out a lot of the garbage that's not necessary. Yeah, the fluff. But man, watching Stranger Things, I thought it made me feel like Lord of the Rings. It really did.
Really?
It really did, because those characters were up against a lot of like a big bad.
Yeah.
And they were small, inadequate. They didn't feel good. Like that one guy, Eddie. Eddie is a hobbit, man. That kid's storyline nailed it. What a star, man.
They kept
awesome.
it going the whole season with his whole shtick.
Yeah, I mean,
we're gonna try and stay away from spoilers as much as possible, but we may slip a few here and there. So just be warned. If you have not seen Stranger Things season 4, maybe skip this section, because
I'm triggered.
We're gonna try and stay away from the spoilers, but we may delve a little into it. So
when you first meet Eddie, he's already really down on himself. He's been in high school for a long time, hasn't graduated and everything, but he's psyched to finally graduate. And then when they played the D&D stuff and everything, he's like, "Oh, you could just run away, just leave, retreat," you know. But then, so he goes to this whole storyline, which, you know, we don't have to get into that. But at the end, he's finally faced with like the challenge, the opportunity to like be a hero,
stick around and fight.
You know, and he does so. Spoilers, he does so. But it's done so well that I felt like it was like a lot of like a very Hobbit-esque, and that's what I love. I love stories like that where the main character is somebody that is just looked over. People like, you know, like they thought that Eddie was a joke, that he was a bum, that he was just an idiot, he was a screw up, he wasn't going to amount to anything.
Like Mary in Return of the King.
Yeah, he wasn't going to do any. He wasn't going to be the one to save the day, but he ended up, you know, just going all out, and so he became. He sacrificed himself. He became a hero, and the kid Dustin, his whole reaction to everything is like, man, what a display of acting!
Man,
awesome
have to
fan.
Say.
It's beautiful fantasy storytelling, great acting. The Duffer Brothers nailed it, at least on this aspect of Stranger Things.
I have to say, Dustin is probably one of my favorite characters of the show. Dustin and Steve.
Yes,
absolutely. They are my favorites. Story-wise, their character growth, both of them. I love that Steve is always being stuck being the mom of the group, but he doesn't let it, the plot doesn't, bother him. It's not something that he, drags around, oh, I'm always the mom. Oh, I'm always with these kids. It's like, he says the one line, I'm always playing, babysitter. But then, he goes out and he does what he's supposed to, and he shows a lot of maturity and growth throughout the seasons. But even you were talking about how maybe there's a little bit of filler in it. I was starting to get that way with Eleven's story.
Yes, and it
dragged on for so long.
11 is a great character, but I feel like for all of Stranger Things, her storylines have been the weakest.
Yes,
they've always been the weakest part of the show. I don't know why. Millie Bobby Brown does a really good job with all her scenes. She's excellent. She has a lot of presence and everything. Her scenes at the end fighting Vecna were hella awesome, dude. They were so great. But her whole,
it was Max who stole the show this season.
And Max was great. Yeah, excellent. The actress's name is Sadie something. I forgot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But there is a lot of great stuff, and my biggest complaint with the show, and I bet it's going to continue though, but there is just so many storylines that you went from Russia. You went from Russia, then you went to the kids on the West Coast, then you went to the kids on the Midwest, and there all these different storylines. So there were so many things to wrap up, and so I'm like, when you get to Russia, I'm like, oh yeah, what's going on with Hopper and everything, and oh, this is really great. I want to get. And then it just cuts, and then we got to go find out what's happening to 11.
With
And
Argyle, man. I'm gonna see
Yeah.
what's happening up with our man Argyle.
so, I mean, great show. It definitely deserves its spot up on the Netflix top 10 of all time. It's really well watched and everything, but I mean, but season 4 is definitely one of the best seasons of the show. It probably is the best season.
Did you know that Kate Bush song got over like $2 million just from the show? Like people replaying that song.
Yeah, I
had
was-
a piano student ask me for the sheet music for that.
It's amazing. Hunter's been like, "Hey, can we play that Kate Bush song again?" It's really funny how it took off. Like
I was telling Joanna, we sing this song in church, a worship song, and I was like, oh my gosh, the Kate Bush song has like the same tune to this song in church, and I'm like, did they rip off the Kate, like, you know?
That's funny.
Yeah. So every time I hear that, I think of like the church song, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
No, it's funny. No, but that they really did a great job this season, and the stakes were super high, and they weren't afraid to hurt characters, which I love.
And now I'm super pumped for the final season
Yes.
5, which is going to come out like in 2024 probably.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I mean, and then they're going to, but I have heard it's going to be a lot shorter season. It'll probably be like 5 episodes or something like that.
Dare they?
But I mean, each episode of this past season was like an
whole
hour
movie.
and 45 minutes, you know.
It was so good. I loved every minute of it. I wanted more every single time. I couldn't wait to come back and pick it up again because I didn't binge it. I watched it over like maybe a couple weeks. And so I'm like, dang, I really want to figure out what happens. I want to know.
But I mean, honestly, you could cut stuff out too. Like the time they went to the asylum to speak with Creel.
Yeah.
That was like a whole episode
Even
of
the
literally
assembly,
nothing.
Even
you
the
know?
assembly trying to find Eddie with the townspeople.
Yeah.
And the guy talking about like, this is devil worshipping. The devil is in Hawkins, you know, and stuff like that.
And then like they had these cops that were looking for the kids, and then they were talking to the kids, and then the kids walked out. The cops didn't do anything.
Yeah, no, that whole
Like what the heck, man?
went out of
And
the way.
then it's big spoiler. I mean, did anybody freak out? Did anybody freak out when basketball guy gets punched out? All of a sudden, the lavas of hell open up, and this kid just gets, spoilers, just melted like nobody gives a crap about the basketball kid.
Yeah.
He was like the town hero, the town hero, the stud athlete.
Yeah, when it literally...
But then nobody gave a crap about this guy. Like, what happened to him?
he got split in
melted. He got split. Like, what the heck?
It was awesome. I was like, oh crap. And you almost, like, if you blinked, you would have missed it, unfortunately. So you've been like, well, what happened to him?
Yeah, you know what they should have done? I mean, it's over. Yeah, like you said, it's over super quick. They should have had him, like, wake up for a second and be like, what's happening? Sorry.
No, it was great. I really loved this season, and I can't wait to see how they end it, because now it's like, yikes, the whole world, like the whole city is involved now after seeing all of this.
Well,
like,
and then...
If you think this is just an earthquake, you're bonkers, That's no earthquake. It made a freaking X. Like, X marks the spot in the land. That doesn't just happen.
And in other news, young kid Will is gay, so...
Yeah, man, that haircut.
He was talking to his brother, like, I don't know, man, everything's changing.
I
And
love
it's
all
like,
the memes about,
the brother should have been like, listen, you're gay. It's okay. You are what you are,
Yeah.
We all know,
You got the hots for Mike. Move on.
Like, hey, Mike's taken, man. There's other fish in the sea, kid.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do,
Oh my gosh, that haircut. I couldn't get over it. They did it so dirty, man.
Yeah, and then one more thing, and then let's move on to Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Is 11, she's like, there's no punishment at all for punching that girl in the face with the roller
Oh, well,
skate.
that's what I told Katie when I wanted her. Well, no, I warned her. I gave her a trigger warning when I first started the show. I said, Katie, I know you're a huge advocate for anti-bullying. The bullying in this is like in your face. It's not good.
I was like, I mean, we talked about this some other time. Like, is bullying truly really depicted the way it is in TV as it is in life? I was like, dude, who bullies like that? And the whole school gathers around to laugh at you. Yeah. Literally, the whole school is like, oh my gosh. No, not one sensitive girl is out like, oh my gosh, this poor girl. Let's go over there and help her. Like, jeez. Nobody is like that. Are people really that sadistic? Anyways, that could be a whole another show, right?
Yeah. So let's go ahead and jump into Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan was about 7 or 6 episodes, something like that.
6 episodes.
6? Yeah. I'll say it ended well, and the plot was great. The characters did a great job. It was boring.
I would say
boring.
I would say
was
the
bored.
plot was not great. It was pretty standard of what we've seen in Star Wars before. It gave me all the feels, all the emotions were there, especially with Vader. Princess Leia is an American darling.
Yeah, we talked about her like an episode or 2 ago.
Yeah,
and how
she
Give
was
her an
like,
Emmy.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, that girl was amazing. And she had the holster and everything. I was like, oh my gosh, this freaking Princess Leia right there, dude. It's so cool.
I thought that they did way too much, like piggybacking, or maybe backtracking is more of a correct phrase, where you'd have something going on, and then, but we can't do this until we do this, and once we do this, we have to do this before we can get here.
Yeah, it's such
that
plot.
was really
the
annoying.
the plot stuff of this show is just not working. Absolutely.
Yeah, but overall, I thought it was a really enjoyable show. I thought the action was there. I thought the villain was great. I didn't know.
She was great until the final episode.
Spoilers, go ahead. We'll put the spoiler warning. If you have not seen the show, skip ahead.
I'm sorry. I thought she was great until the final episode. Then I was like, man, what the heck is this, dude? Like, come on. Don't wimp out on me, bro.
Well, it's not that she wimped out.
Wait, what'd she do the last episode?
She didn't do anything. Literally.
I don't remember.
She went over there with the intention to kill Luke, and then she was like, nah, I'm not going to do it.
Well, I thought her whole thing was that she was
been
trying
there,
to go
done
after
that.
Vader.
I think she wanted to, if she knew that Vader had a son that, it would hurt him, maybe,
Yeah. What were you going to say, Kate?
I think at that point she didn't have anything else to gain. And so it was like, oh, well, this is pointless if I, slaughter anybody else. And she was looking into her past and she's like, it is pointless. I'm just going to go live my life, but I liked her. I very much liked her. I thought she was a very cool villain.
I liked her until she started to sympathize with Obi-Wan or like kind of get along. I liked her when she was more menacing. Like I wish she had kind of done like a even when Obi-Wan was trying to convince her, like, you don't have to do this. I know you just want Vader. I wish she had been like, crying or something, but been like, no, I still have my drive. I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to kill you or something like that. I wish that had, like, the anger was still there, that it didn't, like, get pushed down, kind of. So
Yeah,
I thought...
I guess they needed to redeem her in some way.
Yeah, because she's
I
not
think-
like a main villain in the other series, so they kind of
Yeah,
had to get rid of her
the
somehow.
the other villains in the show were meant to be disliked, but she's meant to be like, oh, I want to like her, but she's evil, and then all of a sudden she's not. So it's like, oh, okay, great. I don't have to hate her. She's a good guy. So
Yeah.
but not really. She's still not really a good guy. But
I thought it was just kind of weak. I wanted more pain. I don't know. I just got kind of bored with a lot of like the transporting back and forth, the waiting around. I think that's where I was like,
That's a Star Wars thing, though. That is very Star Wars film.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it would have worked, I don't think it did work in this show because it's a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I thought it was a great show.
I liked it. It was good, but I will say
I mean, yeah. Anytime Vader's on the screen, it's awesome. James Earl Jones, the voice is awesome. Hayden Christensen, dude. At that last fight, when he's like, "I killed Anakin," it's like, oh man. Like,
yeah.
I was thinking about that Taylor Swift music video. Taylor's dead. Old Taylor's dead.
Oh my gosh.
Old Anakin's dead. I killed him.
I killed him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
that
killed
was cool.
Anakin.
When like the helmet was split, and so you saw like what was inside. It's like,
And
snap!
Yeah,
That's
and it would
awesome.
it would go back and forth between the Vader Anakin voice. Like, I was like, this is what it's all about, dude. This is why we love Star Wars and all this and that. Everything else is just kind of meaningless, really. But when it comes down to it, this is why we love Star Wars. This is why
the meat and potatoes.
For 77, since 77, people been watching this stuff. You know?
That's insane that the franchise is still going strong. Insane.
Yes.
Well, another franchise that's still going strong. Finally, on behalf of KT, Bayonetta 3 release date October 28th, 2022, right before Halloween, y'all. That's what you guys are going to be you're not going to be trick-or-treating. You're going to be playing as Bayonetta, and you're going to be trying to beat that game.
Oh, I didn't know Bayonetta was a person.
That's her name.
Oh, I thought it was just like like a weapon.
No.
Are you serious?
It's a bayonet, but her name is Bayonetta.
Like a female.
Well,
weapon.
if you want to get into the lore, her real name is Cereza.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, Bayonetta 3 is coming out. There was finally, after, what did I say, 5 years of waiting?
Something like that.
Since they announced Bayonetta 3 is in development, they finally came out with a very sizable trailer. I think it was about 3 minutes long. Brian, do you play Devil May Cry?
I played like 15 minutes one time, did not like it, didn't care for it.
Okay, so this trailer reminded me very much of Devil May Cry. It also reminded me of Metal Gear Solid 2, because...
you got him on that one. He likes Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Did you see him how he perked up? That was so funny. He was like, huh? Metal Gear?
It reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 2 in particular, with what they did with Raiden. Because now there's another character in Bayonetta that you play as named Viola. And I love the memes for this character because I actually think she's hideous. I think she is ugly. And in fact, I'm not going to, put on rose-tinted glasses.
It's not very nice. It's not very nice.
Well, I'm not going to put on rose-tinted glasses. I think this game does look like freaking PlayStation 3.
Uh-oh.
So wait, how long have they been making this game?
5 years. And I know you're going to say crap. Go for it. Just go for it.
No. I'm just saying, I don't need to say anything. You're saying it for me.
Dang. Wait,
I don't know
why
what
does
you're...
it look so bad?
I don't know.
No,
I don't even know why.
I'm just joking. I don't even know why.
Okay.
But
So it looks pretty shoddy.
damn, man, that's too bad.
And yet, it still looks like a fun game. It looks like a Bayonetta game. I think it's the file size is 15 gigabytes, which is pretty big. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be playing it in October. You will find me on my Switch. And it's a Switch exclusive, which is unusual. But there you have it.
That's exciting. I'm sure the fans are maybe a little bit torn because the graphics are not quality.
Another thing that tears me up is it's not the same voice actress either.
Oh,
and
yeah, I remember you were telling me that.
Yeah, and I know she's going to do a good job, but it's like there's something about the original Bayonetta's voice that was just, it was mature and sassy and funny.
Sexy.
Yeah, so I know that this person will do the same, but it doesn't sound as deep to me, which is kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I don't even know if it's the same. There's a character, Rodon, he owns the bar. It's called the Gates of Hell. And I loved his voice actor. I thought he was he did it great. I don't even think it's the same guy there, but we'll see.
Well, bump that. We'll have a review sometime in October once Katie plays the game, and you'll hear if it's a crash because the graphics suck and the voice is just not the same, and it's just not the same, or if it's actually a good game because they make good games. So why wouldn't it be? You know, why wouldn't it be? But okay.
Change the subject just a little bit. So I've never actually talked about Horizon Forbidden West, and I've been playing a lot of Horizon Forbidden West, and I don't know what to say about it. It is massive. It is a massive game, and it takes so long just to get to the main point of it, but it's a fun game. So that's all I wanted to say. It's fun. I'd been hyping about it for so long that I was looking forward to it. And I've been playing. I've put in over 50 hours of it, and I'm not even like a fraction of the way through. So lots to do.
Yeah, no, it's cool, man. Yeah.
Well, that will conclude the news segment of this episode. Brian, we're entering the chunk zone. You got a super secret surprise game, an SSS for us. What is it?
Oh my gosh, here you go.
Do I need a pen and paper?
No, you don't at all. So we took the extra long week off, and so I decided I had this game planned for last week, but it needed time to prepare. Really? So what I did?
Brew.
Yeah, exactly. So what I did is I played a game for you guys where I contacted your significant others. For Katie, I contacted Wesley.
Oh, Lord.
For Ileana, I contacted Hunter, and I gave them a questionnaire about you guys and who you are as people or whatever. Just kind of see how they know you, and if you guys are gonna know what they would say in this situation.
Oh, man.
So I gave them each 7 questions. So we're kind of gonna see. You guys are gonna see what they said about you. Have to guess. All right. So see what they said about you. All right. I don't. There's like a specific name to this game. I don't know what it's called. You guys, Ileana's not quite married yet.
No.
So I don't know if it's like the married game. You know. But
yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. So. Wait, Katie, how long you been married now?
6 years, baby.
Woo!
6 years. So
Brian, how long you been married?
Like 11.
Oh my gosh.
11, 12
After the
years?
10-year mark, it's like, nah.
Long time. But I didn't do me because that wouldn't work. But
Yeah.
then Ileana's gonna get married in Feb's 2023.
Woohoo!
So let's see if they need to do more work before they get married.
Oh,
I'm just
Lord.
joking. Come on. All right. So question number 1. This is for Katie.
All right.
Wesley was asked, "What is your favorite game?" What do you think Wesley said?
Donkey Kong Country.
That's what I guessed.
Wesley
too.
knows you correct. He got that question right. Donkey Kong
Nice. Go,
Country.
Wesley. Woo!
All right. Otherwise, he's gonna sleep on the couch. Am I right?
Oh, he's right.
No.
Okay. All right.
He barely fits on it.
Okay. Oh, because he's tall. For people that don't know.
He's
Yes,
long.
yes, tall,
he's
tall.
super long.
He's long and he's strong. Okay.
He's a long boy.
All right. Ew, gross. Anyways, this one's for little sister Ileana. Hunter was asked the same question about you. What is your favorite game? What did he say?
Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess.
He got that absolutely right.
He nails me.
I'm like, my man.
My man.
Dang, all right. So that was a toss-up. Let's see if they're able to go to the next one. So, Ileana, Hunter was asked, what is Ileana's favorite movie?
He said A Bug's Life.
You said A Bug's Life. That's right.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. Same question for Katie. Wesley was asked, what is Katie's favorite movie? What did he say?
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Whoa! Okay, 2 for 2.
Oh, it had to be
Both
specific
guys.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You couldn't
he
just
knows.
say Lord of the Rings.
We
Okay.
were watching that a couple weekends ago, and I was sobbing. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, I got your Snapchat, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Kate, it's been 20-something years. Has it
Okay.
been?
All right.
No, not quite. It's
Oh,
been
not yet.
19.
Not yet,
19 years.
Okay. For Katie again, third question. Wesley was asked, what is your favorite television show? What do you say?
Avatar: Last Airbender.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Man, these
Yeah, he knows.
He knows.
Listen, he better have gotten that right, because I may have splurged and bought a new Funko Pop. I didn't realize how big it was, but it was expensive.
What is it?
It is Aang bending all the elements, and it's a big box. It's a big Funko Pop. I'm not taking it out of the box, and I was like,
Dang.
sorry.
Sorry.
I've got a collection. He knows. He knows.
250? 250?
No. Man, he gonna come in here and ask for
Wesley would-
350.
Wesley would
True
beat you
footer.
up. Not really.
99?
Not really. He would not beat you up.
$99?
No. But it was way more for a figurine than I would usually pay for. But
There's no spousal abuse. Trigger warning. No spousal abuse.
oh lordy.
Okay. So, Ileana, same question. Hunter Kinberg was asked, what is
Kind.
your favorite kind? What is your favorite television show?
Avatar: Last Airbender.
Ooh, Hunter put down the Great British Baking
That was
Show.
my second one. Oh no! I was like, okay, is this a toss up between live action or animation?
Maybe it's too good to be true.
Oh my gosh.
For live action, he's correct. It is the Great
Okay.
British Baking Show.
Well,
but if it's cartoons, then yeah, Avatar. But I do love the Great British Baking Show.
All right,
If
we're
it
gonna
were
do a
live
little more-
action, Wesley would say it's either Law and Order for me or Rizzoli and Isles.
Yeah, I'd probably guess Rizzoli and Isles first.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love
You have
Rizzoli
the
and Isles.
DVDs and whatever.
All right, this is for Ileana. Wesley was asked.
Hunter.
Who...
Wait, Hunter was
Yeah, I'm
asked.
sorry. Hunter was asked for Ileana. Who is Ileana's celebrity crush?
Oh man, I don't know if he would get this, because James Marsden is mine.
Really?
But who? Yeah, who is that? Is that your?
James Marsden.
Okay, James Marsden. Hunter said Jacksepticeye.
Oh,
Jacksepticeye? Jacksepticeye?
Jacksepticeye. Okay, if we're talking like YouTube celebrities, of course. He is. I've got a big crush on Jacksepticeye.
Top of the morning to you!
He's an Irish YouTuber who lives in London, and yes, Hunter's like, oh, what are you doing? Watching my boyfriend, and he's like, yeah, have fun. But if we're talking like movie celebrities, my answer would be James Marsden, and I've told him that one before too. But I love James Marsden. Oh my gosh, yummy.
All right, I feel like Wesley might know this one. Katie, according to Wesley, who is your celebrity crush?
Can I guess too?
Wait. He'd better get this right, because I know who his celebrity wife is. I've got a few celebrity husbands. He's got a celebrity wife.
Is yours Hugh Jackman?
It is Hugh Jackman. He's
Woo!
number one.
Did
That's
Wesley say?
exactly who Wesley said. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we have an understanding,
Oh my gosh.
Good. All right. So here we go. We're gonna get this. We'll see how this goes. For Katie, between the two of you, who has the most pop culture knowledge?
Me.
Wesley said that. Yeah.
Oh,
you do. Yeah.
Absolutely. Ooh, I say, so and so's in this movie. Who?
Who that?
Well, he was in this movie. I ain't never heard of him. I didn't know that's how you say his name.
Oh my gosh. That's so accurate.
And then for Ileana, Hunter was asked, between the two of you, who has the most pop culture knowledge?
Me.
And he said you as well.
Good, yeah.
Very good.
I'm always telling him, this in the news and that. He's like, why do you know all of this stuff? Because I spend too much time on the internet.
Okay, next one for Ileana. Hunter was asked, which one of you is more addicted to their cell phone?
Oh my gosh, it's me! No,
Hunter said it's you! Yes.
he says I have such an addiction to my phone. He says, like, it's like a drug to me because, like, there'll be a moment of, like, stillness or something, and the first thing I'll do is, like, where's my phone? I, like, want to reach for it immediately. Oh man,
All
calling
right.
me out. What is this?
For Katie, Wesley was asked, which one of you is more addicted to their cell phone?
This one is kind of a toss-up because he watches a lot of
It's
TikTok.
Wesley. I say Wesley.
I think it's Wesley too. Although, to be fair, I watch a lot of YouTube. I listen to a lot of documentaries and stories on YouTube. But I'm going to say Wesley.
Wesley said, both of us, but probably me. That
Oh
he
my
did.
gosh.
So funny.
That's exactly what I said. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, man, you guys are good. All right. So, final question. Pretty much, we're guaranteed that, you guys are going to be in love for a long time. Both of you guys, for the most part. So, final question. Wesley was asked about Katie if she could be friends with any fictional character. Who would it be?
Oh, that's a
so
tough
tough.
one. Ooh, let me throw some names out there first. So on my mirror in my bathroom, I've got pictures of people that I admire. I've got Jane Rizzoli on there. I've got Detective Olivia Benson. But I would also maybe want to hang out with oh man, Wolverine or Aragorn. I would, in this moment, which it would change maybe tomorrow, I would say Aragorn.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Wesley was asked if Katie could be friends with any fictional character. He said Wolverine.
Oh, I did
man.
say Wolverine. I did say Wolverine though.
All right.
Dang.
That's funny.
Okay, here we go. For Ileana, Hunter was asked if Ileana could be friends with any fictional character. Who would it be?
Trying to think of like the franchises that I like, and I'm thinking like Avatar, thinking like Legend of Zelda. It would probably be Link. Like in this moment, I would want to be best friends with Link from Legend of Zelda.
Your man, Hunter, your fiance,
Oh, no,
love
what
of
did
your
he say?
life, said
It was
Wolf
Barney, wasn't
Link.
it?
Wolf
Wolf-
Link!
Wolf Link.
Link.
That's good.
Specifically Wolf Link. Oh
That's-
my gosh.
That's awesome.
That's hilarious. He's not far off.
What would you guys even talk about?
It doesn't need to. So here's the thing. Hunter has a husky that his name is Jupiter. He's an idiot, but he licks his hair, and husky hair is very long and very thick, and they pretty much act like cats. where they clean themselves. They don't have a smell or anything, but they get the hair stuck in their throat, so they're constantly like coughing or like, making sounds like that. And Jupiter does that, but so does Wolf Link in the Twilight Princess game. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, Jupiter is Wolf Link. So maybe he attributes that to me wanting to be friends. That's funny. We said pretty much the same thing. It's the same character, so.
Wow, I'm impressed. You guys, maybe I gave them like pretty easy questions.
Too easy?
I don't know. Yeah,
You should beef it up next time.
Next time, yeah.
That's so funny.
I'm not gonna tell you when, because it's got to be like random. You guys got to be like,
Oh, yeah.
whoa.
It was an SSS game.
So
Super secret surprise.
you guys need to give your men some hugs and kisses because they listen to you.
Yay! Love! That's what this show on Bump That is all about. Building families, relationships, coming together in harmony. And also scaring people. Yeah, we talk about Barney again. You're trying to scare me. The Winnie the Pooh movie all over again.
Blood and honey.
No. Oh, that's scary. It was red for a second.
Yeah, I know
That was creepy. That was your blood. Blood and honey.
Blood and honey.
Ugh. Oh, will Tigger be in it?
He's stomping on their guts.
That's scary.
That spells murder.
No, Tigger. That spells your name murder. Well, thank you, Brian, for that super fun game. It was interesting to see. I feel like I know Katie just as well as Wesley knows you. That's funny. Well, we'll have to see if we can do that for Joanna, too. Does Joanna listen to Brian? Because Brian doesn't shut up, I'm sure. Brian just talks forever. Love and family.
I don't know. We'll see.
Love and family. Peace and love. Anyways, that will conclude another episode of Bump That, episode 75. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. That was a very fun game, Brian. I hope we can do something like that again. An SSS game, super secret surprise. If you guys enjoyed this episode, leave us a like. Comment down below what you think of some of the topics that we talked about. The Powerpuff Girls, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, the Hunger Games prequel. I don't know. Whatever we talked about. Leave us a comment down below of what you think. And if you are not subscribed, become a sibling today. Hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell when you're there so you never miss an episode from us. We'll be signing off on this week. We've got Brian in this corner.
Yay!
We've got KT in this corner.
I am just a dumb bunny, but we are good at multiplying.
Oh, I mean, they're not wrong. And I am Ileana, your host, signing off on another episode of Bump That. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you in next week's episode. Bye-bye!
Bye.